It is Monday, June 3rd in the MLB, and my three favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot. Here to start the week off right. Let's make some money on this fine Monday. Real quick, before we dive into the picks, I do have to unfortunately recap yesterday. And you would be like, Logan, did you go 0-3? We went 2-1, but it could have been so much better. Let's talk about it. We did almost make a unit back yesterday, but guys, do you think I'm satisfied with 2-1? Absolutely not. Profit is profit. I understand that, but let's talk about the picks yesterday. We had the Nationals team total over that cashed in the second inning. That was free as air. I hope everyone played that one. We had the Baltimore first five under between them and the Rays. That one was sweaty. Luckily it cashed. I think I said in the analysis, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends on 4. It ended on 4 on the hook. So luckily that one did go our way. Now, what did not go our way? Luckily I've had a full day to sort of get over this loss, but the Giants blowing a 2-run lead with 2 outs or with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning was just disgusting. I mean, that made my top 10 worst MLB beats list for sure. Yeah, guys, we had the Giants money line. That would have been a huge swing to the day. It would have been a huge swing for our season record. It actually would have got us slightly in the positive, which guys, we've been clawing back from our terrible month that we had last month. But let's put that Giants loss in the rearview mirror. We cannot dwell on it. I would love to sit here and talk about everything that went wrong for the Giants yesterday, but you don't want to hear that, right? You want to get into today's picks, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to make some money and not dwell on yesterday's losses too much. Moving forward, let's get a 3-0 sweep today because we deserved one yesterday. Nasty. First pick, parlay of the day. No surprise here. Monday through Friday, we post the parlay of the day on our sponsor Odds Checker. I haven't created the parlay of the day yet. It will be 2 hitters I do like today, and I'll go ahead and post that later this morning. Just look in the pinned comment or look on our Twitter for when that is posted. Again, it's normally a hit parlay. We have been very, very good on these Odd Checker hit parlays, so you definitely want to check that out later. We're tracking that as a unit as always. Now let's go into the second pick. Team totals we've been really good on. Now I'm taking a team total under, and I'm taking the Cardinals. Team total under 3.5. Minus 115 odds on FanDuel is your best value there. Now, if you're watching this Cardinals team, maybe you had Phillies as the last leg of your parlay. Maybe they busted you yesterday. I'm sure every square in their mother had Phillies parlayed with Dodgers and Yankees yesterday. Nope. The Cardinals showed some heart yesterday. They won that game in extra innings. But why do I like their team total under today? It's 3.5. Again, normally I've been going over on these 3.5 lines, but I like the matchup for Verlander and the Astros. I hate the travel for St. Louis on the back end of Sunday Night Baseball the night before. That game went into extra innings. We have to look at the human aspect a lot of these times, handicapping. And the human aspect of this one is telling me the Cardinals are going to be tired, and they're going to be, kind of in for it today against Verlander. Now, is Verlander what he once was? Not really, but we saw the Cardinals last week on Sunday Night Baseball. They played against the Cubs on Sunday Night Baseball. That game was delayed, so it went late, kind of like the Phillies game yesterday. And then we saw the next day they went to Cincinnati. They traveled and they put up only 1 run. And so that kind of shows you what the Cardinals are capable of doing, in these tough spots. And I deem this a tough spot. It's not a day game like that Cincy one was, but it's still a tough spot. And they face Justin Verlander, who I've already talked about, 3.26 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. Justin Verlander still a solid option, even this late in his career. And against these hitters, a few of them have seen Verlander, of course, the veterans, right? Goldie, 2 for 11, hitting 182 against Verlander. Arenado, 3 for 10, hitting 300. So Arenado's seen him before. He's had okay success. But the young hitters for St. Louis don't have familiarity with Verlander. I like that. It would scare me if they had a bunch of veterans that have seen Verlander before and have hit him easily before. But Verlander's a tough pitcher. I mean, he's tough, especially on these young hitters. I think he's going to give them a lot of good looks today, for him, not for the hitters. Verlander has only allowed 1 earned run in back-to-back starts, 1.38 ERA in his last 2 starts. That's what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for Verlander to go out and just be dealing as he has been. He is in good form right now. That's why I'm comfortable backing him. Verlander also allows a 173 batting average to left-handed batters. That's important because the Cardinals will stack some lefties, Burleson, Carlson, and Gorman. They'll put some left-handed bats in this lineup and try to beat Verlander with the lefty-righty matchup. And I do like Verlander again, even against these lefty bats. And then we look at Verlander, too. Very important if you're taking a team total under. He has to strand these guys in runners in scoring position. Verlander only allowing a 161 batting average with runners in scoring position. And with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, that drops to a .083 batting average allowed. He's been really tough. Getting those runs across the plate, he will challenge the Cardinals to do that yesterday. Hats off to them. They did that, and they did it in extra innings. Can they do it on the road in a tough spot against Justin Verlander? I'm going to go ahead and say no. And then even when Verlander comes out, Houston, 11th in bullpen ERA. They've been getting better week by week. To start the season, their bullpen was absolutely atrocious. I still think they come in and go lights out. I think the Cardinals team total being at 3.5, again, kind of indicates maybe it's not the highest scoring game for them. I don't think this game's the highest scoring game at all, but I don't think the Cardinals run away with this one offensively. I like their team total under 3.5. as my second bet of the day. Now let's keep it in the division. And my third pick today, it's going to be the Reds. It's going to be the Reds on the money line, -125 odds on BetMGM. A little bit of juice you have to lay on the road favorite, and that's where the Reds find themselves as today. The Reds are coming off a series win in Chicago against the Cubs, and I like them as the road favorites today. I sense a little bit of heating up for this Reds team, like what they did yesterday. And then let's talk about who they face today. They face Ryan Feltner, who's starting for the Rockies. 5.46 ERA and a 1.5 whip for Feltner. Obviously, those numbers aren't that great. Can the Reds get to him today? I really hope so, because at Coors, Feltner has a 5.31 ERA, so slightly lower than that season average. But with runners in scoring position, this is where Feltner's struggling. I just talked about Verlander. He's been good at straining those guys. Feltner, not so much. He's allowing a 333 batting average with runners in scoring position. That's pretty damn high. Think about that. Every 1 in 3 batters with a runner in scoring position is getting a hit and hopefully bringing that guy home for us today. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. He's allowing a 241. So he's a slightly better with the 2-out situation. But again, I think the Reds should have the opportunities today. And 2 lefties, Ryan Feltner has really struggled. He's allowing a 312 batting average to left-handed batters. That's important because we know the Reds use several lefties in this lineup. I think they get to Feltner today. I think they touch him up a little bit. And then on the other side, this is going to be the make or break for this bet. Andrew Abbott starts for the Reds, 3.29 ERA and a 1.13 whip. Last time I backed Andrew Abbott, we all know it went tragic. 6 innings pitched, 6 earned runs to the St. Louis Cardinals. That was by far his worst start all year. Luckily, he saved that for me. Hopefully, he got that out of his system. And me going back to him in this one, he'll reward us. Even as a lefty, Andrew Abbott is tough on righties because that's normally, he's going to face a lot of righties being the lefty-righty matchup. But he's only allowed a 226 batting average to lefties. Very important because the Rockies have been decent at hitting left-handed pitching. So if Andrew Abbott can be tough on the lefties, make the righties beat him more, I'm feeling good about this bet. And again, he's so much better than Ryan Feltner with stranding those guys and runners in scoring position. With runners in scoring position, Andrew Abbott only allowing a 150 batting average. So I really do like that. I think he's shut down today. Now, not shut down like 0 run runs, but I think he can go, blow for blow with Feltner, and Feltner gives up, 4 to 5, and Andrew Abbott's keeping it at the damage at something like 2. That's going to give us a chance in this one. And again, I really look at this Rockies offense. I don't like where they're at right now. And I know that's kind of tough to say. They're coming back to Coors where obviously that's their home, but they've only scored 1 and 0 runs to close out that Dodgers series. I don't like that. Obviously they face solid pitching in that one, but I don't like the way this offense is playing. I don't really trust them today to bring the bats against Andrew Abbott. And then we look at the bullpens, and this is why I'm very comfortable laying the juice with the Reds, because we are paying a little bit of a premium. And do you ask yourself, are the Reds super juiced being worthy of that? No, but the bullpens, there's a huge discrepancy. Cincinnati 13th in bullpen ERA, the Rockies 30th, dead last in bullpen ERA. Rockies bullpen is always a liability. Even if Ryan Feltner and Andrew Abbott are toe to toe, blow for blow. You ask me who would I give the bullpen advantage to? It's definitely the Reds. It's definitely the Reds in the late game, and hopefully they are able to pull it out. Hopefully it gets some separation, and their bullpen can keep it and not implode like the damn Giants did for us yesterday. Disgusting. To watch one of the best relievers in baseball, blow that game. Yeah, tough. I said I wasn't going to talk about that one. I won't, but I just triggered by talking about bullpens. I really do think the Reds get this done on the money line. I really do like them, even as the road favorites in course. That'll do it for the picks, the official picks. Now, yesterday I was reading the comments. I sometimes have time to read all the comments. And I saw a bunch of people talking about Nerfy Nation and poverty. Nerfy Nation, where are the Nerfies? I understand you guys like betting those, right? So what I'm going to do, hopefully here on out, is to give you a Nerfy lean, even if it's not an official play. Now, I want to have more official Nerfy plays. None on the slate that I really just wanted to put a full unit on. I want to try to go 2-1 or 3-0, keep stacking the units like that. And I want to keep the picks at my 3 favorite picks. That being said, I'll give you a Nerfy lean, one that's not an official play. But I gave 2 Nerfy leans in the comments yesterday. I think both of them actually ended up hitting, which is just funny, right? So since this one's not official, do what you want with it. I'm going to keep the card at 3. But I would take the Mets and the Nationals Nerfy if I had to bet a Nerfy. I do like that matchup. I think Mackenzie Gore is solid. Tyler McGill, the only reason it's not an official play is because Tyler McGill with runners in scoring position, little bit of high batting average there. But again, those 2 offenses is pretty streaky. I think it's a solid option if you were to play a Nerfy on this slate. Again, I don't want to force it. I want to keep my card at 3. But you guys understand. If there's a Nerfy I absolutely love, it will be on the card. You guys already know that. But that'll do it for the picks. We had the parlay of the day. We had the Cardinals team total under 3.5, and we had the Reds on the money line. Thank you guys so much. Let's start this week off strong. Hopefully we have a great Monday, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.